We have student book page 224 to 225. And the first one says we're supposed to use impossible, unlikely, even, likely, and certain to answer the questions. We have this bag. A says we have this bag and it's full of only red socks. Only red socks. Question says, what is the likelihood of pulling a red socks out of the bag? What will the answer be? I have only red socks in it, just like the oranges. I have only red socks in it. So I can't pull out any other color of socks. So it's certain that I will pull a red socks out of the bag. What about the second one? It is summer in the Sahara Desert. Now listen, Sahara Desert. Summer in the Sahara Desert. What is the likelihood that it is going to snow? Snow in the middle of the day during the summer, even in the Sahara Desert? It's impossible. That cannot happen. If it was going to snow, at least it will even rain, you know. But it's a Sahara Desert, and besides, it's the summer and it's the middle of the day. So it's impossible to snow in the Sahara Desert in the middle of the day. This is a coin. What's the chance that we're going to toss a tail? I said earlier, it only has two sides. It will either be head or tail. So it's even. Jade drops a stone. What is the chance of the stone falling to the ground? Where does the stone fall if you drop a stone to the ground? It will definitely fall to only the ground. So it is certain that it will fall to the ground. Let's see the second side. It says we should match the statements with the most appropriate place on the line. We have impossible, unlikely, even, likely, and certain. The first question is the likelihood of it raining tomorrow. Wow. Look, I said it that we've been having thunder, we've been having we've not really had the sunshine so brightly, and it's been drizzling also in the past few days. So the likelihood of it raining tomorrow, we can say it's likely because predicting from the what we've experienced in the last few days, it's likely that it rains. What about the likelihood of the news being broadcast tonight? I said that earlier. There is no day that the news is not broadcast in the night, so it's certain. What about the chance of throwing a 6 on a die? Now, this is quite different. Throwing a 6 out of 6 numbers on a die. 6 is only one out of 6 numbers on a die. We have one, two, three, 4, 5, and 6. So what's the chance that I would throw a 6? It's unlikely because it's only one out of 5 others. Okay? Right. Now, the chance of school being open tomorrow. What's the chance of school being open tomorrow? Right now, there is a lockdown. It's impossible. All right, let's go ahead. We have workbook page 208 and 2010. Let's see. Now we have the answers here already. Look, we have the spinners and there are numbers on it. So we should predict what we're going to get from the questions. Question A says, the likelihood of spinning an odd number. Now look at this first spin. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There are 6 numbers. 3 are even numbers. 3 are odd numbers, just like the die that I spoke about earlier in the first slide. So, if we have 3 even numbers, 3 odd numbers, the chance of having an odd number is even. B, the likelihood of spinning 1. The second spin does not even have a 1. So how possible is it that we will get a 1? So it's impossible. Look at the third one. Likelihood of spinning a prime number. What is a prime number? A number that is divisible by itself and 1 only. You can only divide that number by 1 and itself. 3 falls into that category. 5 also. 7, 13, 17, all the numbers we have can only divide themselves and 1. So the likelihood of spinning a and getting a prime number is certain. Definitely it's going to fall on one of the numbers. And if all of them are prime numbers, then you will certainly get a prime number. Let's see the next page. 210. The first question says that we should decide the chance of these events, if it is possible, impossible, or if it is impossible, unlikely, even, likely, or certain. A says the likelihood that you will draw a diamond from a pack of cards. Now look at this. A pack of cards contains 52 cards. Out of the 52 cards, I think the diamonds will have just about 13. From 13, you have, if you take 13 out of 52, you're going to have about 39 left. Now, what is the chance that you will pick a diamond? Out of the remaining 39, you have only just 13 for diamond. So it's unlikely you have more of the other types of cards than the diamonds. So it's unlikely. We cannot say that is even. It's unlikely. What about the likelihood that the sun will rise tomorrow? I said it earlier. It is certain. If the sun doesn't rise, a new day does not come. The likelihood that January will be the month before February. Of course, what month comes before February? It's always January, so that's certain. The likelihood that you are 30, when you are 30, you will be taller than you are now. Well, you are still growing and you will definitely be taller than you are right now. You haven't stopped growing, so it's certain. What's the likelihood that you'll be the next person? Listen, the next person to walk in the moon. We have had people who walked in the moon, astronauts who walked in the moon. Before they got to the stage of being astronauts, they went to school, they studied the course. It took a period of time, but you are still here in grade 5. So how do you suddenly become an astronaut and you go to the moon? You can't be the next person because you still have years ahead of you to become an astronaut if you wish to be one. So you cannot possibly be the next person to walk on the moon. So it's not possible, impossible. The likelihood that you will shrink to 2 centimeters tall after school. Now remember the graph we spoke about where we had someone who was monitoring the height of her baby. The second graph we said was wrong because the baby cannot drop in height and then become taller again. So here also the same thing applies. You cannot shrink and become shorter after school. No, you keep growing tall, so it's impossible. So you're going to make your own statements, and number 3 here, write an event that would have a chance as it is stated. Impossible, unlikely. I'll make like 2 examples, then you can go ahead and make the rest. Today will be more than 24 hours. Is that ever possible? Every day from the beginning of the world has always had 24 hours, so it's impossible. Unlikely. I'll make this statement that there will be so much road traffic today. Well, it's very unlikely. Why? Because a lot of students are at home, so there will be no school buses on the road. A lot of people are working from home, so they don't have to go drive to their offices. So it's not likely that there will be so much road traffic today. It's unlikely. So you go ahead and make your own statements as well, and let's see what you're going to have. We've come to the end of today's lesson and we've learned to use the most appropriate word to describe how possible it is for an event to occur. I hope you had a good time in this lesson because, of course, I did. Until we have another lesson, this is where today's lesson ends. Take care of yourself, stay safe, eat safe, and bye bye.